Linda is in a business meeting with some of her colleagues, and one of them whole time has been saying things that make her want to explode. In addition to interrupting her at every turn, he has reminded everyone over and over about that one project that Linda worked on and failed. Do you think Linda feels angry? If so, what is the main cause of her anger? Imagine that you need to give some difficult feedback to one of your direct colleagues. You're anxious about the conversation, and you've been putting it off, which just makes you more anxious. Now the question is, what exactly makes you anxious? And why are you anxious about giving a feedback? Studies show that anger and stress are two of the emotions we see most in the different places such as workplace, where people are competitive and cooperative. According to a study conducted by Susan David, about a third of people either judge themselves for having bad emotions like sadness, anger, or even grief, or actively try to suppress or push aside these feelings. It might have happened to all of us that after experiencing an emotional moment, we start to review that moment in our mind over and over. We think about that situation and the things were said or done, and very often we think that we should not have said this or done that. These thoughts and feelings can overwhelm you for a long time and undermine your capabilities and performance. In order to be able to control our emotions or other people's emotions, first we have to know how emotions are formed and built inside us, and what is the story behind them. The story begins with our values and past experiences. All of us have some values inside us. Your values are the things that you believe are important in the way you live and work. They determine your priorities, and deep down, they are probably the measures you use to tell if your life is what you want it to be. Your values stand for your most meaningful ideals, which inspire you to keep going even when the going gets tough. The things like courage, smartness, independence, power, richness, love and relationship, loyalty, success, security, accomplishment, all in all could be your values. Everyone has their own core values, even if they are not aware of them. Our values are formed in our mind from childhood and based on our good and bad experiences during our life. A person who has been affected by losing his or her loved ones might consider love and connection as an important value in the life. Or a person who has been scared from different things since childhood is most likely to have security as a value in his mind. Over the course of life, we usually choose those values which are resonating with our good memories and experiences, or those values which avoid us from bad memories and negative experiences. Now, the question is, what is the relationship between our values and current feelings and emotions? In fact, any situation in which your values are undermined or threatened would resonate with your past bad experiences in your mind, and as a result would trigger your emotions unconsciously. For example, a person who has been convinced by others, such as family or friends, that she has been guilty for many of adversities over her life, no longer wants to experience any kind of feeling of being guilty. Now, if she falls in a situation in which someone is trying to blame her for a failure, even a minor failure, this would remind her of past bitter experiences and trigger her emotions. In response to that emotion, the person might react either aggressively or defensively. In contrast, when something or some circumstance strengthens your values or is aligned with your values, this would resonate with your past good experiences and memories about that value, and trigger your feelings and emotions in a positive way. In response to that emotion, you might feel happy, or confident, or connected. As a matter of fact, the combination of current situation and our values and past experiences would trigger our emotions unconsciously and shape our behavior and reaction to that situation. But there is a very important point to be considered. Our reactions and responses to a situation can make the situation worse and escalate our emotions, or conversely make it better and under control. It is us who decide how to control the emotions and react wisely. But we would not be able to do that unless we are fully aware of our emotions and the ways we can control them. Research show that most people are not aware of their original emotions and as a result react spontaneously and unconsciously, which leads them to make wrong decisions and finally regret. The remaining key question is, how can we be fully aware of our emotions and react wisely? If you are curious to know the answer, stay with us and follow our episodes.